In this video, we're going to talk briefly a little bit more about batch numbers. So once you have assigned batches to existing stock, it's also possible to not just only update stock for products that are not batch trackable, but it's also possible to update stock levels for pre-existing batches. So the last video is pretty much how do you allocate existing stock to batch trackable items. This video is about how do you update the stock levels of existing batches, which sometimes might be necessary to do. So for example, same thing as it was before, we're going to use the update stock level and stock values import, where you can download the data here and then get a full output file that contains all of the information about the different types of items that you have in stock. So for this particular case, as you can see, we have batch 001 and batch 002 that do have 50 and 30 pieces. So if I was going to update those, and also if I want, change the value in stock for those items, I could change this to, let's say, 100 units, and I could change this one to, let's say, 60 units. So basically, I'm doubling the stock quantities for batch 001 and batch 002. And perhaps I have a value in stock of 200, and for this one I have like 120, coming out to, let's say, a $2 per unit. And that's it. So we'll go ahead and give that a try and show you how you can also adjust the stock quantities for a specific batch, which will also impact the overall quantity of units in stock. But it's said it'll be dedicated to a specific batch to which it applies. So we'll save this real fast. This is update stock levels number 11, and then we'll do a quick import. So in this case, there are a lot of ways to work with this data. You can either leave your average cost unchanged, meaning that if the average cost is correct, you probably don't have to recalculate it. It'll just take whatever the latest average is and then associate it to your new stock level, or you can recalculate the average. Since we changed the value, we'll recalculate the average anyway and confirm it. 2 items imported since we made 2 updates. Go to our stock page here, and then we can take a look at our batches, and then you can also see inside of here that batch 001 and batch 002 for these 2 of the same items had increased the in-stock quantities to this amount. Now, anytime you're doing these stock level updates, which was also with the last video where we're adding new batch numbers, but also with this video where we're updating the stock of existing batches, you will then be able to see that stock adjustments are created as a result of that import. So this is the batch numbers import that we did previously, like so, where we took the existing quantities and we allocated them. We took some from unbatched quantities and associated them to a specific batch number. And then this one, which we just did, is where we actually took the existing batch quantity and we added 50 pieces to it in this case, and took this existing stock quantity and added 30 pieces to it this case, which increased the overall quantity in stock. So with that in mind, also as you're using batch tracking, importing your stock quantities, importing your batch numbers to those stock quantities, and then also updating those stock quantities, the complexity of the different templates you can use to edit and manipulate data also grows as well. So in the next video, I'm going to do a discussion or an overview on updating materials and updating products.